Just removing these old bronze anodised windows and replacing them with gold double glazed channel glaze windows. Removed all the screws out of the window now. The window's ready to come out. Place the new one in and just spot the new holes ready to fit to the hull of the boat. Okay, so I've got the new window. I'm just going to make sure that it fits properly. If you've got any movement on the height up and down, we tend to put packers on the bottom just to raise it up off the wood trims. Right, so now I've got the window in place and I'm happy with the height and the width and everything. I'm just going to dot the holes and then remove the window. Once the window's removed, then I can drill the holes right through, ready for the new stainless steel screws. I'm going to drill the holes where I've spotted them. Yeah, so you can just see where I've marked the steel work, ready for the new holes. I'm trying to do my best to try and get all the little bits of leftover sealant and any loose rust or any bits of steel work, so that when I come to apply the window, that it's gonna seal and stick. Paint, we don't really want to cut into the paintwork at all, because then you've got open steel which then can rust quite easily. So we tend to just try and clean up what you've got rather than trying to scrape away paintwork. We're using a solvent cleaner. Works well with the sealant that we use. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just applying the flexi strip. This is the tape that helps seal the window to the hull of the boat. It does two things. One, obviously sealing the window to the hull of the boat. The other is standing the aluminium window frame off the hull of the boat and help reduce condensation. The best way of doing this is to leave the paper on the back, otherwise it tends to get stuck to everything. And what I'm going to be doing is sticking it to the back face of the window and try and get the tape, run its centre to the holes that you've got that are going to hold the window to the hull. Yeah, this comes with our fitting kit. If when you place an order, you ask for the fitting materials, it will come with sealing tape, flexi strip, silicone sealant which you put around the outside of the window, and stainless steel screws. I've set the setting on the cordless fairly low, so when I go around, get the window in, and then I'll tighten it up gradually just to press the window in. What you want to do as well is put a screw in each corner and then a screw in the centre to make sure all corners of the window's in before you start. What I'm going to be doing is just putting the infill gasket to cover the screws. Temperature sensitive. I mean, if you're trying to fit it in colder weather, it does harden up. It makes it really hard to get in. But on a day like today, because of it being warm, it's fairly flexible, so it's easy to put in. What you want to do is cut your 45-degree angle for the top first. Get the one part of the gasket tucked under that ledge. Once you've got that, you can carry on pushing into the joint you've just cut. What you want to make sure of is that you don't stretch it. The minute you stretch this, eventually it will go back to its original size, so you'll be left with gap either side on your corners of the gasket. So you just got to make sure that you try and get as much of the gasket in the section as you can. So never pulling away, always pushing towards the cut you've just done. Got a little bit of wood that's got like a shoulder on it to help. When you come to cut this end, make sure you cut it oversized. Okay, so I'm using, it's a black sealant, matte black, so it dries to a matte black. It's just a really good sealant. Works well with the sealing tape that we use. It helps complement. So not only you got the silicone flexi strip that we're using, but also the silicone around the outside. So you've got like double the amount of sealant, sealing the window to the hull to help prevent you from having any problems in the future. Putting a chamfered edge to the top of the sealant. This helps with rainwater. If rainwater was to hit the side of the boat, if there's a flat edge on the top of the window, it will just sit there and eventually crack away at the sealant. So by putting a sloped edge on the sealant and around the window, it stops water from just sitting there. Yeah, so what I've just got a piece of 2mm plastic that I've got from work, and I've got a flat edge on the one side to help get rid of the excess. and a chamfered edge on the other side to help give a border around the window. What I'll do is I'll just wet the sealant and it becomes more workable. You just get a nice smoother finish to the sealant. You can put water and washing up liquid, drag it along. The flat edge will take the excess off the hull of the boat, and the chamfered edge will just create that slope.